All right, everyone, get ready for a deep dive, because today we're stepping into the world of Pistis Sophia. And let me tell you, this ancient text is, well, it's a real head-scratcher in the best way possible. If you've ever wondered what Gnosticism is really all about, beyond just like a cool name, you're in the right place.
Yeah. And what really grabs you about Pistis Sophia is it's not just some dusty old scroll, it's like a portal into this whole belief system that was actually pretty radical back in the day, challenging early Christianity in some really interesting ways. And you know what? It still speaks to us even now.
Totally. It's amazing how relevant this stuff still feels. And to really unlock these secrets, we're diving deep into the Gnostic mysteries of Pistis Sophia by Jan van Reichenborg. Now, full disclosure, folks, we're not aiming to turn you into Gnostic scholars or anything. This is more about, like, uncovering some seriously thought-provoking ideas and seeing, well, how they resonate with us, in the 21st century.
Exactly. We're all about those aha moments, those flashes of insight that kind of make you see things differently. The world, yourself, everything.
Love it. So let's jump right in. Who is this Pistis Sophia, anyway? Sounds like a character straight out of a fantasy novel.
Haha. Right. Okay, so picture this. Pistis Sophia, not a historical figure, but get this, a powerful symbol. She represents that deep down yearning in every human soul, the urge to break free from, all the stuff that holds us back, that burning desire to connect with something bigger than ourselves, the divine.
Okay, so we're talking more like a metaphorical journey, not a literal one. Kind of like how the Odyssey isn't just about some guy trying to sail home, right?
Bingo, you got it. And just like any good story, it all starts with a fall from grace. See, the Gnostics, they believed that humanity, we took a tumble, a big one, from this divine realm, fell right into the material world. But here's the thing, a spark of that divine light, it's still in us. It's like trapped within, and that spark, it creates this feeling, this longing they called holy disquiet, this sense that there's got to be more to life than this, like this world, it's not our true home.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. You're telling me those times when we feel restless, kind of empty, like there's something more out there? The Gnostics, they saw that as a sign of our divine origin. That is wild.
Exactly. They called it the holy disquiet, this like built-in reminder of our true nature, that spark that yearns to return to its source, that yearning, that holy longing. It's actually what drives us toward gnosis, towards seeking knowledge and breaking free.
Now, this is where things get really intriguing for me. Where does Jesus, fit into all of this? Seems like he's a pretty central figure in a lot of these ancient traditions.
Yeah, for sure. But in Gnostic thought, Jesus is less about, traditional salvation and more about revealing the path. Think of him as like a spiritual guide, there to help us unlock that hidden knowledge that's already within us. And get this, Pistis Sophia actually suggests that he spent 11 years, 11 years after his resurrection, teaching his disciples about these very mysteries.
11 years. Whoa, that's like a whole PhD program in spiritual enlightenment.
Yeah.
So what kind of mysteries are we talking here? Give us a sneak peek.
Mysteries that delve into some pretty heavy stuff. The nature of reality, the structure of the cosmos, and, all the roadblocks, the obstacles the soul encounters on its journey back to that divine source. Think of it like a cosmic roadmap. But instead of roads, we're talking about magnetic fields.
Hold up. Magnetic fields?
That is, sir.
Did I miss a chapter here? This is where I might need a coffee break.
It's all right, get it. It sounds kind of out there. Okay, so think of it like this. The Gnostics, they believed in different levels of existence, realms, each with its own vibe, its own frequency, and they visualized these realms as connected by, you guessed it, magnetic fields. And the 13th eon, which is like a key location in Pistis Sophia, that's like the ultimate spiritual sanctuary. A realm totally free from the weight of the material world.
So kind of like a cosmic upgrade, huh? Where you finally ditch the baggage of everyday existence?
You could say that. It's a realm of pure spiritual light where true liberation, true freedom is possible. But here's the catch. To get there, to reach this awesome realm, the Gnostics believed we need to go through a process, a transformation, a series of, get this, metaphorical births.
Metaphorical births. Okay, now you've really got my attention. Tell me more about these births.
All right, so imagine this. 3 distinct stages of spiritual evolution. First, we have the bolt of John, symbolizing awakening, seeing the world with fresh eyes. Then comes the birth of Jesus, representing a deep, deep inner transformation. And finally, the birth of Christ, signifying complete unification with the divine.
Wow, so it's a step-by-step process, like a spiritual evolution. You don't just wake up one day and bam, you're enlightened.
Not quite. Each birth takes effort. It takes understanding and a willingness to, let go of old patterns, old ways of thinking. And what's really cool is that each of these births facilitated by 4 distinct rays of Gnostic power.
4 rays of Gnostic power.
All right.
Now we're getting to the really cool stuff. Fill us in on these rays.
All right, so these rays, think of them like beams of
Yeah.
pure spiritual energy. Yeah. Each one with its own unique vibe, its own purpose. So the first ray, that's the ray of the little owl. It's all about that initial spark, that aha moment when you first start to realize, hey, there's more to life than what we see on the surface.
Yeah. Yeah, like when you stumble upon a book that just like totally shifts your perspective, or you have one of those conversations that opens up these whole new ways of seeing the world.
Exactly. You're right on the money there. Okay, so then we move to the second ray. This one's connected to the birth of John. Now this ray, it's all about connecting us to the lineage, tapping into the wisdom of all those spiritual seekers who have walked this path before us. It's like we're all part of this long line of explorers. Yeah. Each generation building on the discoveries of the last. Pretty cool, right?
I like that. It's like we're all part of this ongoing conversation, this ancient wisdom that's still relevant today.
Right. Okay, so then we come to the third ray, and this is where things get really interesting. This one's called the Son of Severance, or Bar Below. Now, this ray, it's a bit of a wild card because it challenges our egos big time. It's like a cosmic reality check.
Oh, I get it. It's like that feeling when you realize the way you've been seeing yourself, the story you've been telling yourself.
Yeah.
It's not the whole picture. Not always comfortable, but definitely necessary for growth, right?
100%. It's about breaking free from all those limitations, those old patterns and beliefs that, well, frankly, just aren't serving us anymore. It can be a bumpy ride, though, this whole shedding process, but that's where the fourth ray swoops in.
Ah, so there's support during those like intense periods of transformation. That's a relief.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The fourth ray is all about balance and guidance. It's associated with the great Sabaoth, and its purpose to help us embrace the unknown, even when it feels like our whole world is turning upside down.
That's got cosmic safety net, right? As we're taking these leaps of faith into the unknown.
Love it. That's a perfect analogy. So imagine going through these 3 metaphorical births, each one powered by these 4 amazing rays. That's the Gnostic vision of the soul's ascent. Pretty wild, right? And Pistis Sophia, it introduces us to this other fascinating concept, the light vesture.
Okay, light vesture. That sounds intense, like powerful, maybe even a little bit magical.
It is powerful. Think of it like a spiritual garment, but not a physical one, It's a manifestation of pure energy, pure protection. And it's bestowed upon those who are like really progressing on the path of liberation. Imagine this radiant aura surrounding you, shielding you, and also like amplifying your spiritual abilities.
Okay, so not a physical garment, but more like an energetic field.
Yeah.
A sign of spiritual attainment.
You got it. And let me tell you, reaching that level of attainment is no walk in the park. Pistis Sophia makes it very clear, the path. It's full of obstacles, both internal and external. We're talking cosmic roadblocks, detours, you name it.
Obstacles, huh?
Yeah.
What are we talking here? Cosmic potholes, wrong turns on the road to enlightenment. What kind of stuff trips us up on this journey?
Well, for starters, Pistis Sophia introduces us to these beings called archons and eons. And they're a bit of a handful. Think of them as cosmic gatekeepers, the guardians of these different realms, and they test those who are trying to ascend, yeah.
Oh, so they're like those doubts and fears that always seem to pop up at the worst possible time. Like, just when we're about to make a breakthrough, some inner voice whispers, can you really do this?
That's a really great way to put it. They can either hold us back or they can actually accelerate our progress. All depends on how we approach them, how we face those challenges. And here's where it gets really interesting. The Gnostics, they connected these beings to, wait for it, the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Well, hold on a second. Zodiac signs. We're talking astrology and Gnosticism now.
Right.
Okay, this is where my brain really starts to fire up. Tell me more.
I know, right? It's all connected. But here's the thing. Even more challenging than those external obstacles like archons and eons, there's this major obstacle we often encounter within. It's called Atheides, and it's basically the embodiment of our ego, all its wants and desires.
Ah, right. The classic battle between our higher self and our, let's say, less evolved impulses. We've all been there.
Exactly. It's that part of us that's always clinging to control, to the illusion that we're separate, It's a major roadblock on the path to liberation.
So overcoming that internal resistance, that clinging to the ego, that's key for real spiritual growth.
Absolutely. And luckily for us, Pistis Sophia gives us some guidance on how to do just that. One of the most intriguing concepts is that of the 13 repentances sung by Pistis Sophia as she seeks liberation,
13 repentances. Okay, that sounds pretty intense, like a cosmic to-do list for spiritual redemption or something. So what are these repentances all about? What do they represent, 13 repentances? Yeah, it does sound kind of daunting when you put it like that, but I'm guessing this isn't about, like, beating ourselves up over past mistakes, right?
You're right on the money. It's not about punishment or dwelling on the past. Think of these repentances more as like stages of inner transformation, shifts in consciousness that help us align with, our true selves, that spark of the divine within. They're more like powerful affirmations or even meditations than confessions of wrongdoing.
Gotcha. That makes a lot more sense. So what are some of these transformative stages we're talking about? What do they look like?
Okay, so one that really jumps out is the Song of Humanity. And this one, it highlights how connected we are to all beings. It's a reminder that we're not these isolated individuals just like floating around the cosmos. We're part of this giant web of life, interconnected and interdependent. Then there's the Song of Consciousness, which is all about waking up, It's like graduating from just like existing to really seeing the world, understanding it on a deeper level.
It's like we're shifting from a narrow, limited view of reality to one that's more expansive, more compassionate, right?
Exactly. You're picking up on it. And then we have the Song of Humility. This one's big because it's about surrendering, letting go of the ego's need to be in control. It's about recognizing that we're part of something so much greater than ourselves.
So it's about embracing the mystery of it all, accepting that we don't have all the answers.
You got it. And through these repentances, these powerful shifts in consciousness, we can start to tap into that energy of the 13th eon, that realm of pure liberation we were talking about earlier.
You know, it's funny, when we talk about those magnetic fields representing different realms, it's a wild concept, right?
Yeah.
But isn't it kind of like how we talk about vibes today?
Yeah.
Like some places, some people, they just give off a different energy, a different feeling.
Whoa, that's such a great connection. It just goes to show you, these ancient ideas, even when they're dressed up in all this symbolic language, they still resonate with our modern experiences in really surprising ways. And those archons and eons, those cosmic gatekeepers, maybe they represent those internal and external challenges we all face, the stuff that trips us up on our own journeys.
Right, like maybe those gatekeepers of those limiting beliefs we all have, or even just those pesky self-sabotaging habits that hold us back from our full potential.
It's definitely a thought-provoking way to look at it. And maybe, just maybe, by understanding these forces, both the ones inside and outside of ourselves, we can start to navigate them with more, I don't know, more awareness, more intention, and inch a little closer to that state of liberation, that freedom that the Gnostics were all about.
It's like Pistis Sophia's journey. It's a reminder that true liberation, it's not about running away from the world, It's about transforming our understanding of it and transforming ourselves in the process, from the inside out.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. And as you continue to explore the Gnostic mysteries of Pistis Sophia, consider this. If the 13th eon represents this amazing realm of liberated beings, a community of awakened souls, what might you contribute? How might you, through your own journey, your own growth, play a part in creating a more awakened, more compassionate world? Right here, right now. It's something to think about.
It really is. And that, my friends, is a wrap on our deep dive into the world of Pistis Sophia and the Gnostic mysteries. Until next time, keep those minds open, keep those questions coming, and most importantly, keep exploring.